Hello, Cancer. Thank you for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Already shuffled. Let's go ahead and get some cards out here for you. That's a good card to start. Okay. That's like, wow. What is going on? Oh, unexpected change. Okay. This, let's see how this goes, because I'm hoping this ending is going to be good, but you might be feeling bad for somebody else. Let's get into it. When you start the situation, you get the Wheel of Fortune with, it's the Three of Cups, but it makes me feel friends. Like, by some... I feel like you're making friends, or the way this started, you made friends by some weird twist of fate. It's just like somebody came into your life. Wasn't like you were trying to make friends. It's just this happened, that happened, and you made some friends. It just kind of happened. You weren't trying to. It just happened. When you made these friends, it was due to something that wasn't going quite well. The King of Wands is telling me there was a negative influence here. Now, it's a general read, so it's hard to say if it was like a person behaving badly, a situation, or like almost like aligning against something, trying to fight against an injustice, something like that. Because the King of Wands reversed is telling me that the situation, there's like a negative kind of tyranny feel here. It's kind of like a tyranny feel here, like there's a negativity here. And you made friends without expecting to. There's a tyranny there. And I'm getting the Six of Cups in the environment, kind of like people were sick of dealing with something and they dealt with it a few times over. And you coming into this situation, it's kind of like I feel like you were like new kid on the block when it came into this situation. You were trying to help, and that's how you made friends, dealing with this negative situation. Like you moved forward to deal with a negative situation. Through that, you unexpectedly made friends. That's what I'm getting from that. Seems dramatic, but hey, either hits or it doesn't. That's how that goes. General read, you know. Now, this seems to be good because I'm getting like whatever the situation was that was a tyranny spot, this was not a good situation. I'm getting like you seem to have been able to turn it around to some degree with the people you're connected with. You're fighting against it or something. You're trying to turn it around. You get the Ace of Pentacles with the attraction, like trying to bring something forward. You and whoever you're working with feel like this needs to change. You need to align together. You're actually coming into it with the Death card in the sense of like you're like fully getting involved. Like fully getting involved. This needs to change. The environment is looking at this like you being a part of this is a favorable aspect. Putting this in a good place. Things are going better. Things are going a lot better. You're aligning yourself with this energy, and it's like something that you just got involved with. It's like it was situational to start. This next spot is like this is like a broader, more committed thing. Like this is a bigger situation. It's almost like the best way I can put it is like this first tyranny thing is like it's a rental property. Like you're renting a house. You're dealing with an inequality in the rental property. Like you're renting a home. And this next one is like you bought the home, so you're very invested in it to that effect. That's the difference of intensity, if that makes sense. Like you're very cemented in. You got the Ace of Pentacles here, very cemented in. And this seems to be very positive here. So things are going better. You're fully committed. It's like from being partially committed, you went to fully committed with that 13, which is the Death card. You are fully committed. And the situation is benefiting from it. You're making a very good impact on this. So we like this. This next situation, very good. You do make a very big difference. You have the Lover's card, passing the test. Six of Wands in the environment with what's actually happening. Success. You hit this level of success by being fully involved and helping out, putting all your effort into it. You're creating a success here. Things are going correctly the way you would like them to go. Anyway, you know what I mean? You're making the impact. It's good. This is the first sign of an issue. Discernment. You getting involved makes a very positive impact, but I feel like you getting involved seems to make another person, at least one, feel like they're not as in control as they used to be. And that's where the discernment comes in. They're like, wait a minute. It's going better, but I don't have the control I want. That's what I'm feeling with this card. And I'm one of those people, I read it as it comes off the card. They're not seeing like how this is good. They're not seeing like they don't feel like their will is being met. Where they want things to go isn't really happening. It may be working out and it may be a good success, but it's not headed down the path that they have control over. Because of that, change comes in and focus returns to that energy. Whoever that is, they're changing the game up to return focus back on them, to give them control back over the situation. This kind of puts the situation in a weird place with the Page of Wands, or the Page of Swords? Page of Swords. It takes a lot of the drive out of the situation. It's kind of like you got to the top of the hill with a horse-driven wagon. And when you got the Page of Wands, it's like you're at the top of the mountain still, but now the horses are gone. Yeah, you could get down that hill with that wagon, but it's not going to be an easy ride. Like, you could still get down the hill. It's kind of like, I guess we could start pushing the wagon down the hill and just kind of see where it goes. I don't know if that's a good idea, but you're going to be upset when that happens. You're going to be upset when that happens. You got the Three of Swords, and I feel like this is kind of like a heads up about where this is heading. It's gonna very much upset you because kind of like it was going well. We were succeeding. We were doing well, and you might. Are you gonna know? Yeah, you're probably gonna know why this happened. Because it's kind of like you got up the hill with those horses, drawing the wagon up the hill, up the mountain, whatever you want to say. And then somebody was kind of jealous that you had control, so when you weren't looking, they let the horses run free. Now you don't have horses. You can technically still get that wagon down the hill, but it's not going to be as fun. It's not going to be easy. You know, it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of care to do so. I just feel like this moment is coming, and they're like saying, be careful with the people you don't know that well. And that's what they're saying. People you don't know that well, be very careful, because everything's on the up and up and good when it's going their way, but when it seems like they've lost control, when it's this discernment moment, they're gonna knock the cards down. It's like, I'm taking my game. It's like somebody who's losing at Monopoly and they don't take it very well. Instead of letting the game finish out, they bump the board and like, oh well, who knows who won, because it's all over the place now. You can't really tell. I guess nobody won, and that's kind of the attitude. Oh, I guess nobody won because I accidentally knocked it over, accidentally on purpose. Like, it's one of those things. I feel like someone's going to have a really... They're trying to give you a heads up before you get too deep in this, because they're like, you're going to be very successful in turning this situation around. But it's the jealousy of you having that control. It's going to put it right back to square one. Somebody's going to they're going to do it in. And they're just trying to give you a heads up. Be careful about people you don't really know, because sometimes people get really jealous when they think somebody else is taking their gusto, and they'll shoot themselves in the foot just so they can get what they want, or think they want, or just so they don't lose, I should say. Is there anything else with this? I'm hoping when this comes to you, you see it happening before it happens, and it's not as painful, because it's like you're really effective. In the overall scheme, this success that you create does not get diminished. It's just going past that is where things are kind of like the power is being taken away from you, and nobody's leading the way, because the whole situation, like, the power's been taken away from you and nobody's stepping up to claim it. The thing is, the horses are gone, so you can't step up to claim it either anymore. And that change is not good, but they want the focus back on them. They want to have the control back. When when they do that, it doesn't go well for the situation, and it kind of puts it back in a bad place. Just so you know, it's not your fault though. It's just not. All right. I hope that helps. I'm going to end that there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.